Good morning. How are you? Good. Oh, this is awesome. This is the Withlacoochee Rails to Trails, and it's a 46-mile biking and walking trail that we have here in Floral City. Good morning, friends. What a beautiful way to start the day. I'm glad you could join us again today for another episode of Floral City, the real old Florida. Today we're going to take you to a couple of beautiful little businesses we have in Floral City. The first one we're going to see is Hampton's Edge Bicycles. They have full service rentals and parts and sales and all kinds of things. And they're right here on the 46-mile Withlacoochee Rails to Trails. It's a beautiful walking and biking trail that we have here through Citrus County, and we're very grateful. The next business we're going to be going into this afternoon is Frog Holler, and it's across the street from here. It is wonderful. They have music and animals and antiques and all kinds of stuff. So come on with me today. We are going to have a great time. It doesn't matter if the sun's shining in Floral City. It's always shining in our hearts and in our spirit, and that's what makes this town just absolutely wonderful. So why don't you come on in with me? We're going to go in and say hello to Regis and Cindy, and we'll get started on our little tour. So come on. Here we are at Hampton's Edge Bicycles in Floral City. I'd like to introduce you to Regis and Cindy. They are the owners here and proprietors and business people in Floral City and residents and friends, just like the rest of the business people in Floral City. We all work together and it's a wonderful community. So I'd like to ask you guys, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
How's business? Great. Good.
Business has been good.
Good. It's good. When you go by, you see people here all the time. So how did you guys come here? I mean, how did you make it here to Floral City?
I moved to Tampa in 1976, and the traffic, I moved from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to get out of the traffic and the hubbub, and the traffic in Tampa was minimal, but it got worse and worse, so I moved further north, and if I keep going, I'm going to be back in Pennsylvania. So Floral City is this nice, peaceful, quiet town that everyone is friendly, and it's on a rail trail, and that's one of the things. I have to be on a rail trail because I like to ride a bike.
Mm-hmm. And you have wonderful bikes here. Matter of fact, then I got to ride the one outside. I've never ridden one before, and it was, now I understand what everybody's raving about. It wasn't even like exercise. It was like sitting there enjoying somebody pushing you almost on the trail.
Almost.
So you are the engine, though.
Yes, you are the engine, yeah.
It's 97% the engine. And there's many different, they're called recumbent tadpole tricycles. Tadpole meaning two wheels in front, one in back. Delta trikes are like the one there in the black one, two in the back, one in front, similar to a delta flying formation. This is like a tadpole with a head and a tail. But the tadpole trikes are stable. They are good exercise because you still have to pedal. It's 97% the guy pushing the pedals, but you're getting a good workout in your legs and your core muscles. Mm-hmm. Now, you got to lift weights from here up, you're getting nothing.
Right.
So, but here down, you're getting a lot, and plus you're able to push your back against the seat, your feet out against the pedals, so you're actually getting more power transfer to the back wheel than you are on a regular bike.
Right. And these are good for people with health issues, with physical limitations and things. It's much easier to ride one of these than to ride a regular bicycle. Basically
it is, because for the biggest thing, you can't fall off.
Right.
And a lot of times people will start losing their balance as they get older. Mm-hmm. If they don't work their balance, this way they can continue riding a bike. Or if they have Parkinson's or other health issues, it allows them to continue riding and riding.
Well, my balance personally isn't very good. So when I saw you outside and you were like zipping it around and turning, and I'm looking at you going, oh, I could never do that. Man, I got on it and it was just so easy. It was like, whoa, no problem.
Yeah,
yeah, it was great. Even for somebody like me to learn how in like 10 seconds was amazing.
There is some technique, and we do instruct on a technique of riding a trike. Is like if you're going around a corner like this, you don't want to lean out like this because you can't lift the wheel. You want to lean in if you're going around a corner fast. You do want to have cleats on your shoes because you want to clip your foot into the pedal, because if you do drop a foot as you're rolling forward and you roll over your leg, that's the main injury you could have with a trike is a broken ankle, or a leg injury. Head injuries, hardly ever. I mean, I don't think I've ever heard of one.
Yeah, and they looks like they'd be pretty hard to turn over.
They are.
The trail. Tell me a little bit about the trail. What's it like to be on this trail? This is it used to be the railroad, and they took the plant system, I believe, plant railroad.
It was the CSX railroad. It was the Henry B. Plant, and he put a railroad from Richmond, Virginia, all the way, I think, almost to the Keys. But the trail itself, this portion of the trail is 46 miles long, soon to be connected to Dunellen. We're right in the middle of the trail at, at the 23 mile mark. We are the exact center, Floral City. But the trail, it's brought a lot of revenue to the towns along the trail because people have expendable income or riding expensive bikes. They need a place to stay. They need places to eat.
Right.
They want to shop.
You do rentals for the day?
We do sales, service, rentals of all types of bicycles, but we specialize in recumbent bicycles. And we're actually a destination shop from kind of all over the country. In the summertime, we actually do, I don't know if you want to call them a fam trip or whatever, but we travel around the United States, ride rail trails on our bikes, because a lot up north, you don't see a lot of these. Because people are under the assumption that they don't climb hills.
Yeah.
They do.
Right, yeah, because up there's lots of hills.
But we travel around and people see the bikes and say, oh, can I sit on your bike? Is it comfortable? Where do you get that? And we hand them a card. And where do people come on vacation from up north? Florida. So we have people coming from Michigan, New York, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Ohio, all over the place. Wherever there's a trail and they see the trikes, they come down and they eventually either rent or buy. So we we do a 3-month trip in the summer hauling bikes around and traveling in an RV.
All right, well, join us back here in just a few minutes. We're going to take a little tour around the bike shop and meet some of the other people that also make it happen. It's definitely a community affair, and it's definitely a group that has to make it all work together. So come back and see us in just a few minutes.